Hey everybody, I wanted to reply regarding the schematic of the kitchen sink assignment. I do want to go through these steps. You're doing a schematic of your kitchen sink, right? And I said the schematics are not drawn to look like the components. So I think everybody did a good job on that. No one spent a lot of time drawing like a three-dimensional kitchen sink like I had in the previous class, which was impressive, but not a schematic, right? So a lot of folk got it. Okay, it's just super simple lines. Uh, got it. But we need to make sure that the schematic shows how the system works together, right? So the entire system, if we wanted to call the kitchen sink a system, let's just go through drawing a large block representing the perimeter of the house. Okay, most people did that. Some people didn't. Some people only drew the uh, the actual kitchen sink. But what I was looking for was for you to think about uh, if you draw a box meaning the perimeter of the house or the apartment, and then put another box in the middle representing the kitchen sink, think of how what systems need to be involved in order to make that kitchen sink work. And then I said, okay, think about what connects to this kitchen sink. Here's an obvious one: water, right? Water gets from the side of the house at the meter. Most people got it going through the water heater, and then to the kitchen sink. And then most people got the drain going out, which is fantastic. That's what I wanted. You thought through it. Okay. Now, some people didn't really think through this last this next part. Draw a line symbol showing. Okay, most people did that. Sorry, but how does the water get hot? It goes through a hot water heater, but how does the hot water heater get hot? If we're trying to show a schematic of the main systems from the perimeter of the house, the water heater needs something to make it hot. Many people got it. Many people wrote that they had electric water heater or they had a gas water heater. But most people did not. Most people did not think, okay, it's going through the water heater, but what's making the water heater work? Well, the water heater needed some additional stuff as well. If we really got detailed, it also needed water to the hot water heater. I think someone did expansion tank at the water heater. I was super impressed. And they got drain line at the water heater. They got they really diagrammed out the water heater very well. So didn't necessarily need to for me to give you full credit. I was just hoping that you would see that you needed a water heater and somehow the water heater needed to make heat. So how did it get hot? And if you had that, then you'd be in good shape. Okay, so going through that, draw a line symbol showing where the water goes to the sink, to the perimeter of the house. Most people got that. All right, it goes, two lines come into the sink, one drain line coming out. Then the next question: what else is connected to the water lines, sink, or the drain piping? Well, there were some folks that got it and some people that didn't answer that question well on the schematic. What else is connected to the water lines? Well, we already kind of did that with the water heater. But if you were to be more specific, the water going to the kitchen sink is probably going to go over to the dishwasher, and there's a dishwasher drain right there as well, which is also coming back to the drain line, which also has what prior to, it goes actually into the disposal usually. So if you did not connect it to the disposal, and what does a disposal need? It needs power. So where did the power come from? Well, it came from an outlet. Where did the outlet come from? Outlet's fed from a panel somewhere in your house. Where did the panel get fed from? It came from the meter on the side of your house. Not that you have to know all that, but if you had something to do with electrical, I was giving you full credit. And but down to the main point. I know this is sort of long-winded, and I apologize, but the main point was what is needed for your sink in your kitchen to work? Well, it needs water and drain. It needs hot water, which means it needs gas. It needs some electrical as well. So think of all those systems going into your house. How many utilities do you have going into your house? You have power, water, you have a sewer line, gas. The only thing that's not really there is the data. Hold on, my kids are talking to me. Hold on, I'll be right out. So those were my thoughts on it. Appreciate you doing that. excellent job for the most part. And just think through, as you think through the other things, this last question, the other parts of the assignment, what else is connected to it? What else is connected? What is needed to make this work? If you can think like that on mechanical, electrical, plumbing, you'll be in good shape.